Welcome back to Aaron and Elle on Kirby Drive. Big win this week.
Gigantic.
I mean, one day we're going to be able to look back at this day in history and say we were the ones who put the Chiefs away for good. How does that feel?
That broke their dynasty season.
Mm-hmm.
The last stumbling block
Mm-hmm.
that they had to overcome to maybe squeak in to save their name.
Mm-hmm.
Us were that block.
Yeah.
And they fell flat on their face.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Houston Texans, the winners of 4 straight, went into Kansas City, went into Arrowhead.
At night, on Sunday.
In primetime.
The biggest stage.
Just put belt to ass. I mean, they didn't win outright. Like, it looked for a while like they were going to lose.
I was very sad and depressed and thought that I should maybe nap so that they would win. And then they came back.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I mean, this team was dead in the water after halftime. I mean, they went up 10-0 to start the half and then had, I think, -2 yards in the third quarter.
Yeah, it was despicable in the second quarter.
They
Second
were
half.
done for. There was no way they were going to win this game.
Absolutely not. It was just looking like the same old Texans. And, like, whatever. Did I have the tiniest little inkling of hope that something would happen? Of course. I feel like that's, like, a starter pack for being a Texans fan. But, like, in the moment, it sucks because you're like, gosh, dang it. Like, Patrick Mahomes owns us. Like, up until this point, he has absolutely dominated us, and it's never been a question for the Chiefs whether they're going to beat us, especially in Arrowhead.
Yeah. Yeah, they were... Looked like they were chipping away, right? The Texans could do nothing. Now, the Chiefs, the defense was holding strong against the Chiefs. They allowed that touchdown on 4th down and 1 that Danielle Hunter had him dead to rights on, and Kareem Hunt managed to sneak his way into the end zone.
That was so sad.
Yeah, then they, I think it was the bad punt that gave them the ball on our side of the 50.
Yeah.
They went down to kick the field goal on that drive.
That was rough.
And then, it felt like it was only a matter of time until they were going to go down and go in front for good.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, even though the Texans had managed nothing for about an hour and a half real time, Andy Reid decides to go for it on 4th down and 1 from their own 31-yard line.
Crazy time.
Again, another moment where I forget Derek Stingley's even out there.
Right. Because you haven't heard his name all night. You haven't seen him on the cameras.
And then game on the line, you decide again, I'm going to throw at Derek Stingley.
Yeah. I'm going to try Derek again. He says, get that out of here.
And the Texans, man, I mean, look, the defense gets a lot of credit for this win. They do.
Always.
Honestly, they do. Because they kept us in this game and we had no right to be in it anymore. But the way that C.J. Stroud played, and he only had 3 completions in the second half.
Oh, my gosh.
But the plays that he and the offense made on that short little drive after the interception or after the turnover on downs to go in and score that touchdown was incredible because all night Chris Jones was in his face.
Literally. Just like a fly who wouldn't go away. Just there. On his feet. Like applying pressure.
Yeah,
being
swatting
part of
down
the blitz.
passes.
Yeah. Just being a menace.
And then when it came down to it on a huge 3rd down, Chris Jones comes flying up the middle, basically unblocked. C.J. Stroud somehow puts him in the dirt with a stiff arm.
Yeah.
And then gets out and throws a perfect pass to Jaden Higgins.
Just a beautiful, like, kind of sort of side pass. And just, like, I feel like that's what he's gotten the best at. Probably because he has to use it the freaking most. But, like, he's just so good at those, like, boom, dot, like, from the side throw, running for my life.
Yeah. They convert there. And then on 2nd down after that, Woody Marks has the most amazingly patient run I've ever seen. He holds it for maybe 3 seconds and then bursts through the hole to get a 1st down. He gets hurt on that play. And then Dare Ogunbowale comes out of nowhere again, scores a touchdown to go in front.
Can't forget about him. He started the season out rough, but we can't forget about him. He is foundational to the team.
Yeah, there's just so many people tonight who, when it looked like everything was over, whenever the lights were turning out, the Texans found someone to step up and make a play. And it was just an incredible game to get to watch. I mean, it was a horrible experience, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But to see it end the way that it did, to be the ones who put the fork in the dynasty. I mean, the Chargers may screw it up tomorrow. There'll be more on that later. But, to be the ones for now who put the fork in the dynasty And to do it as part of your own 5-game win streak where you said, no, I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
Because they could have stuck a fork in you 4 weeks ago.
Literally. And then we're back down to 50%. Maybe we make the playoffs, maybe we don't.
Mm-hmm. But this was a huge game for the Texans. And I think, I don't know, those percentages kind of wonky because I think the Colts are finished forever. Like,
yeah.
I think it was, I'll give you credit, like the Texans, if the Texans would have lost to the Chiefs probably take the spot that the Colts are going to give up, which they already have now, but that they would have given up in another week. Mm-hmm. So they needed this game, and they got it. Like, there was so many plays. Like, the next time that the Chiefs had the ball, they went forward on 4th down on their own end again, and Danico Autry got there. I mean, there was a lot of talk on the broadcast, like Chris Collinsworth saying that it was a perfect play that Rashee Rice just dropped. But Danico Autry got in the backfield and at the very least pressured Patrick Mahomes to throw a bad pass. But I'm pretty sure he got a hand on it, just barely.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a good spiral heading to Rashee Rice.
Mm-hmm. It was not. It was kind of a, I hope you catch it ball.
Mm-hmm. And
please catch it ball.
He did not.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Chris Collinsworth is getting on my last nerve. The glazing, he should be banned from commentating any Chiefs game at all. Like, it is just, it makes you so frustrated, and it's just like, oh my gosh, you need to be put in timeout. Like, you, and Mike was getting a little on my nerves too. Usually I like Mike, but he was getting a little testy with me too. With the, I don't think it should have been a first down. Okay, Mike, leave that up to the officials. But both of them needed some time in timeout. Chris a little bit longer. So, and he could barely believe it. He could barely believe that they took down his sweet little Chiefs.
Yeah. Normally I turn my nose up at talk like that, right? Like, I've always been the one to be like, all right, look, this is just going to be the team that people always interpret every positive affirmation of as like over glazing because that's just the team that's winning right now. You know, there was a lot of talk tonight.
So much.
About not even just about how great the Chiefs were and how good this and that, but there was a lot of talk when things were not going well for them about how this dynasty just seemed to collapse and nobody could really figure out why, you know?
Yeah.
And
like, why the fall of Patrick Mahomes, the fall of this season, like the season, this has been like the story of their season, and it's been baffling, and like the people at home may not want to hear it, but like, you know, this is a dynasty that blah, 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 and it's like, oh my gosh, come on. Like, have you watched the Chiefs play at all this season? Like, it has been, like, we're not the ones to upset the Chiefs. Like, they have been, consistently bad. And
yeah. Well, I think that's one thing they were getting at, right? Is like, this team doesn't look like it has in the past. But also, nobody has looked good against the Texans. And it felt like, for a long time, Chris Collins was just kind of like, whoa, it's so weird that they're not doing well. And it's like, well, the Texans are putting belt to ass on the defense.
Why? Yeah. It's just like, I don't know. Like, he was talking like the Chiefs were, like, winning the game when they were not in the lead. They were in the lead 0 minutes of the game. Mm-hmm. Like, they were either tied or behind.
Yeah.
So I don't understand, like, wow, they put them away. They did that. Like, it is just, like, a domination that we're seeing here. Mm-hmm. Like, sure, it felt like that at sometimes, right? Like, it did feel like the Chiefs were winning when they just kept on blitzing after blitzing after blitzing. And just, like, it just felt hopeless when we just, like, 3rd down, okay, we're not going to make it, punt. Yeah. Like, that felt really bad. But at the same time, it's like, they're not even winning. Like, we still have a hand on this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, credit to Mike Tirico. He did try and direct some of the credit back towards the Texans defense, like saying, like, okay, well, like, yes, the Chiefs have fallen apart, but some of that has to be because of the way that the Texans defense is playing. And I mean, it's evident all over this thing. Like, you know, first part is that the Texans, they did shut them down. Patrick Mahomes, 10 points tonight. That's the fewest scored in a home start by a Patrick Mahomes-led team ever. They've never scored less than that. Patrick Mahomes, first game with 0 touchdown passes, 3 interceptions. The worst in his career passing completion percentage.
In his career.
42%. I think it was 14 of 33. The worst in his career. And I mean, now you look at the way that the Texans defense has played for 2 years now. You want to go down the list and look at somebody, Josh Allen, worst game of his career against Houston. Second worst game of his career against Houston. Jared Goff, worst game of his career against Houston. Justin Herbert, worst game of his career against Houston. Joe Flacco, probably the same thing.
Yeah.
And now Patrick Mahomes to that list. You play against the Texans, you're going to have the worst night of your life. Literally the worst night of your life.
You're going to be in hell for 3 hours. Like, that's just the reality of it. Like even like I feel like our defense had like some really off moments tonight for us. Like it felt like I wasn't watching our defense, and even still we dominated Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's part of like where I'm like, all right, Chris, like, yes, it's strange to watch the Chiefs like this, but it's still Patrick Mahomes, and he's still in a blender back there
Yeah.
because nobody can do anything against this defense.
Yeah.
I'm convinced you could run like the 2019 Chiefs offense out there, and they would be struggling to score. You know, I don't know. Now, the things that I will say about to Chris Collinsworth's credit is there were a lot of drops in this game. There were a lot of uncharacteristic mistakes by the Chiefs. Two of the biggest ones came on the last meaningful Chiefs drive where Travis Kelce dropped the first one on like a little short out route.
Right.
And
He's looking
then-
for a call, whatever.
And then dropped the second pass down the sideline directly into Azeez Al-Shire's hands for the game. That was basically it.
That was it. Literally, like right there in our territory, like set us up for success.
Yeah. And so I think that there were a lot of moments where the Texans defense just made it impossible for the Chiefs to succeed. I don't know. We'll talk about that in a second. But like, yeah. But it was clearly just a moment where, I mean, Chris Jones, he was fighting for his life, right? He had the game of a lifetime, basically, for anybody else. For Chris Jones, probably like top 10. Fine. But I mean, like, Patrick Mahomes was not good enough. There was that one throw where Hollywood Brown beat Kalen Bullock on that.
Yeah.
And he just, like, he underthrew him. Otherwise, he was going to score a touchdown there.
Right.
And I think that was maybe the drive they did anyway. But, you know.
Yeah. But then Kamari got back at him.
Yeah. Kamari Lassiter had a pick to start the fourth quarter. It really, honestly, felt like the third quarter couldn't have gone worse for the Texans.
Literally just dog water.
And as soon as you got back for commercial, they hadn't even put the scorebook back on the screen, and Kamari Lassiter had the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, we're flipping it over to the next quarter now.
Right. And it was such a weird interception too. I mean, I'm not a football player, so I don't know how easy or how whatever like the mindset that goes into like receiving a ball. But it just kind of looked like Hollywood Brown kind of like gave up. Like saw Kamari running across the front of him and was just like, I'll put my hands up, but like he's got it.
Yeah.
Which was kind of weird. I don't know. Did you see anything different?
Yeah, I think you have to fight for the ball as an offensive player. I think he just kind of, it's also hard to figure that out. You know, you're trained to catch the ball. You're not trained to swat it down, which is what.
Yeah.
Like, as a player, like, especially as a deep threat like that, like, you're trained for the ball to be coming to you, not to stop someone in front of you from catching the ball.
That's fair.
And that's all Kamari Lassiter's been trained to do. So, I mean, obviously you should know that you have to turn into a DB whenever something like that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But honestly, it was probably fine either way. Like, he wasn't going to catch it. The best thing he could do is knock it down and then...
And he did. He tried, like, as soon as Kamari, like, got it, he tried to, like, he gave it one last, like, push. And then, you know, whatever. Was it when Patrick Mahomes threw that, like, really deep ball from the 50 that someone caught and then Kamari knocked out? Was that Hollywood Brown again?
No, that was Tyquan Thornton.
Okay. I was going to say, Kamari was making Hollywood Brown tonight.
Yeah,
Not
but that's basically... I mean, that's the story of every Texans game. It's like Derek Stingley, you don't mention it at all. And it's just Kamari Lassiter in coverage out there by himself. You know, not by himself, but he's going to have to be the one to make the plays. Right? So...
Yeah. Which, I mean, he's stepping up to the plate. I mean, like, Derek, he's in his, fifth year?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, of his NFL career. This is Kamari's second, you know, and he's doing really good for his second. He and Kalen. So, you know, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there was one catch that Kalen kind of, like, he got beat on. But other than that, I didn't hear his name either.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, Patrick Mahomes only completed 14 passes. A lot of them were over the middle. So, yeah, it was just an overall dominant performance by the Texans defense.
I felt like they were trying to run a lot, the Chiefs.
I mean, mostly Patrick Mahomes. I think the only place, and I think they mentioned it on the broadcast, the only place where this defense has any flaws at all is the quarterback run. Because I think Patrick Mahomes ended up with probably like 60 yards on the ground.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, like they said, a product of man coverage and everybody really just trying to get in there to get a sack.
Right.
But yeah, Patrick Mahomes is their leading rusher with 59 yards on 7 carries.
No way.
And those hurt. when he gets out of there and runs, you know?
Yeah, and I mean he had like some type of like knee, something or other that was going on. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, I think that, I don't know, like the defense played really well. The offense struggled in the second half, but before that, they were doing numbers. Like I think, Nico Collins had like 100 yards in the first quarter or something like that. You know?
He was going crazy,
And
absolutely crazy.
Just kind of fell apart in the second half.
And it was, I don't know, and CJ, I will say, I liked what I saw in this game, even though the third quarter was an atrocity.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like that was a mix of a lot of things.
Yeah.
But he is getting better when he runs 50,000 yards behind. He's getting better at shaking off defenders, finding a patch that he can go into, and actually looking for a receiver that can get down and catch his throws. And plus, I think our receivers are learning how to get into those spaces for him. So, I mean, how long before other defenses figure out how we do this? But I feel like he's getting better at just looking at who's open and, you know, I don't know. I think he deserves props for that.
Yeah.
I'm willing to give him that.
For sure.
And he threw for over 200 yards in the first half, or 100. It was like 150 or something
He
like that.
threw for like 180, something like that in the first. And then,
almost 200.
Yeah, there weren't really a ton of completions.
Yeah.
But I mean, like even on that, like after the Kamari pick, they had the ball at like the 16, and then they went backwards like 2 plays in a row or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
And he had to step up through traffic in the pocket and deliver to Jaden Higgins over the middle. And he barely got that first down. And they didn't end up scoring on the drive. Yeah. But that was huge. Just say like, okay, we can do this still. Like, we still remember how to do this.
Right. We have weird moments where it's like our third downs either go, and it doesn't matter if it's short, it doesn't matter if it's long. Most of the time it's long. But it's either, we're going to punt this ball. Or we somehow make a crazy throw and catch on the line, like on the first down line. And it's like one or the other.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the Texans weren't in the backfield a lot today, as far as like the defense goes. But shout out to Tommy Togiai. He had 10 total tackles. Next closest on the team was Kamari with 6.
Crazy.
He's just an animal. He's just an animal.
Tommy Togiai is very talented.
So
glad that we have him.
Man, the Texans, they just made a statement, you know? Like
Jalen Petrie
tipping it up to himself.
Yep, catching his own interception. Or catching his own tip, like crazy. And then his tackle, I don't care what anyone says. Rashee Rice got laid out. Absolutely thrown up in the air and laid out.
Yeah, he literally got flipped. Like, he went horizontal to the ground. He was absolutely demolished.
He got like Avatar, like thrown up, pushed down, thrown around. Like, just absolutely crazy.
Yeah. And that was a big win because, like we said at the start, that may be it for the Chiefs. Like, I think we were looking at the playoff percentage before this. If the Texans would have lost that game, they would have fallen to like 52% to make the playoffs. If they won, which they did, they would jump to 92%. And then the Chiefs, on the other hand, they were probably going to be at like 60-something% chance if they won. They fall all the way down to 16% now.
Yeah.
It's just, what an incredible swing. And something that I didn't think that would happen. Like, you know, before this game, I thought that the Texans would win and win by a lot. That didn't end up happening, but they did win.
Yeah.
Fairly convincingly in the end. And now, like, you look back, and 4 weeks ago, we were talking like, well, if you can win 2 out of these next 3 games against Buffalo,
then that would be like, that'd be great. Like, if we could just get 2 of these 3.
Yeah, and I think we were joking like, oh, we could just win all 3 of them. I didn't think you'd actually do it.
Yeah.
I think you'd actually go out and beat multiple contenders.
Yeah.
In this stretch of games. So it's just, I don't know, it's just incredible the run that this team has been on. And Mike Tirico, again, credit to him, was talking about it, how this team, like 6 weeks ago, was down 19 points to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
And
it was just looking so hopeless.
Yeah. At that moment, we thought we were done.
Yeah.
But we stayed, like, the Texans stayed in that game, and we stayed in the stadium, and we all just kind of bunkered down and said, this is going to be it.
Yeah.
This is our lot in this season. We started 0-3. We are 3-5. We're down by 19. It can be over here, or we can keep fighting. And that's what they did. They kept fighting.
Yeah. And props to them.
And now they're in the playoffs for the first time this season. They're currently occupying the number 7 seed.
Mm-hmm.
The Colts have vacated the playoffs. They will not win another game this year. I mean, I could have told you that the second that they stepped on the field with the Texans. Even with Daniel Jones, I don't think it was happening because they were getting beat down by the Jaguars before that happened.
Yeah, it was not looking good.
So,
But yeah, and I hate Achilles injuries. They just
yeah.
make me squirm. So that is sad for Daniel Jones, but
Yeah, but
it's looking bad for the Colts.
the Colts are gone. The Texans are the 7th seed. The Chargers, if they lose on Monday, the Texans will move to the 6th seed. They still are a game back behind the Jaguars for the AFC South. The possibility of hosting a home playoff game is still very much alive. Like I said, yeah, as for the Chiefs, they're basically done.
Yeah.
The only way they can get back in it at this point, it's not going to be our spot. It's going to be the Chargers spot. That's probably the most vulnerable team left in the playoff race right now, which is why our percentage is so high, because we have tiebreakers over just about everybody left in the race,
Yeah.
including the Ravens, who lost today.
Crazy.
I don't know. The last thing is Andy Reid's decision on 4th down and 1 at the 31. What do you think about that?
I think that was stupid. Any way that you turn it, even if you're confident in your offense, our offense had -2 yards at that point. So if you trust the job that your defense has been doing, which they've been destroying us up until that point,
Yeah.
I would trust my defense to get it done since they have a good thing going. Yeah, I just don't think you go for that. I think that was a really dumb move. I mean, Patrick is standing by it in his post-conference. He's like, we go for that. You know, I would do it again, no regrets, whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's stupid.
I mean, obviously, he's not going to say he thinks it's stupid, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's I don't know. It's a head coaching decision, whatever. I think it's stupid play calling. You're on the 30 with a huge game on the line, a huge momentum. Like if you get it, it's a huge momentum builder. But if you don't, it kills your momentum, and it did. You know, like that sucks.
I mean, not only momentum, but you literally give the Texans a free field goal attempt.
Right.
Right there. On 1st down, they could have kicked it, and that would have been all they needed to win the game.
Yeah.
The way that their defense was playing and the way that it all played out, you know?
Yeah.
The Chiefs never got close to scoring again.
Yeah. I don't know what was going on with Andy Reid. He was being weird. He has been weird with the whole like tickle your tonsils thing that he was saying before. Did you not see that?
No.
Some reporter asked him before the game. Look it up. It's kind of funny. They were like, oh, like the Texans game, blah blah blah. What are you like thinking or whatever? And he's like, yeah, like we're gonna tickle their tonsils or something like that. And
We're going to try and tickle your tonsils on every play and every game. Okay.
Just the weirdest thing I've ever heard someone say. Like. Also, I feel like Andy Reid would be the coach to say that out of all the coaches. But it is, like, okay. But then he, going into half, Melissa, what's her last name? Stark?
Yeah, I think so.
She was asking him questions about, like, oh, like, what do you feel? Like, how's your offense doing? Like, what do you need to get... what do you need to get this your offense moving and against this defense? And then he's like, oh, we just need to like, you know, keep on continuing. Like we have a good thing going, but we just need to keep on continuing on our drives or whatever. And then she asked something else, and she didn't get to finish her question. And he was like, that's okay, like we're doing fine, Melissa.
Yeah.
And then like walks off, and it's like, gosh, okay, like she's like, all right, thank you.
Yeah.
And then he leaves. It's like, gosh, Andy, like someone's a little butthurt, like someone's a little scared.
Yeah.
And like that's probably the worst way you could have lost your cool. Like crazy. And then apparently at the end of the game he was throwing a big fit. So I don't know if he was like throwing stuff, but
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is that you said that that's pretty typical of a Chiefs team that doesn't know how to respect women.
yeah, they don't have a very good track record of that. So
Also had a friend text me whenever Harrison Butker doinked it off the upright, said he needs to get back in the kitchen, which I thought is true.
yeah.
Harrison Butker,
yeah.
suck my ass. Maybe learn how to do your job before you tell other people how to do theirs.
Yeah, you're very critical for someone who doesn't know how to do anything. So
Oh, man.
learn how to be a better person. Maybe you'll do better at your job.
Yeah. But man, it was just. Also, I'm sorry if you can only hear Kirby running in circles because that is just what she's insisted on doing right now. We're out of bones, so.
We are unfortunately out of bones. They'll get some tomorrow.
Yeah.
But no, the cats are feeling energetic. Kirby's feeling spicy.
She's
So
fighting monsters under here. She's fighting the devil.
so thank her.
Yeah.
I do have some questions for
Okay.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Our second half gameplay throughout the season.
Yeah.
What do you think is wrong? Is it the play calling? Is it specifically for this game the blitzing?
Yeah, I don't have answers for you. I don't know. I know that like the Steve Spagnuolo is just a very good defensive coordinator. That's just the way that it is. The Chiefs defense is very good. They're just very good. You know, they are good. They haven't been playing well as of late, but when you play a middling Texans offense, you're going to look better than you normally do.
Right.
I don't know if they're a lot of times what they were pointing out on the broadcast is that the Texans are trying to double team a guard and then get up to the second level to hit Nick Bolton, who was just rushing the middle of the gap because he knows that that's what they're doing every play. But then again, you can't not double team Chris Jones. I think the fact of the matter is if you don't play Chris Jones, you're probably okay. But that's the thing is like there are going to be Chris Joneses all along the way, you know. Maybe not so much in anybody with the Broncos, like Zach Allen. Zach Allen is pretty good for the Broncos in that defensive tackle position. DeForest Buckner's gone. You're not going to have to worry about him anymore.
Right.
But I mean, like, look, if that's the way that teams are going to know how to beat you, they're going to send their best guys up the middle.
Right.
Plenty of times that we put J.J. Watt, Will Anderson over the center and just said, you know what, they can't stop pressure from the inside.
Yeah.
We're just going to put you here instead. We don't need to go against a premier left tackle. Just beat the center and the guard and just ruin a play.
Right.
So I don't know what it is, you know, because by all reports, Ed Ingram is a great guard and Titus Howard's been playing the best he ever has. So I don't know what the interior of the offensive line needs to do to get better at that.
Yeah, I don't know. They were just blitzing all around. And I think, like, what are we doing to, like, learn from that and correct it mid-game? Because it seems like they were doing a lot more of that in the second half, and it was just killing us. And it's like, how do you adjust mid-game, mid-quarter to that adjustment that they made at half?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you have to get more quick passes. You have to have a team who can do that, right? And I think that that's something that you're lacking right now. Like, Nico Collins can run the slant, sure. But Nico Collins all the way on the outside is never going to be your best option for a quick little outlet whenever a blitz is coming like that. You're going to need a running back who can get out quickly. You're going to need a tight end who can turn around and give you a target right there. You're going to need a slot receiver who can beat someone in half a second and get open. And Christian Kirk is probably not that guy anymore. He's getting up there in age, and I respect what he did saving that interception early in the game. But he's just not the guy you're going to look to on, you know, on a fire route whenever 7-8 guys are coming down the line of scrimmage, you know? They're going to have to hope that Jalen Noel can be that guy. Tank Dell was that guy for a long time.
And maybe we get him back next season and he's back in that slot for us.
Yeah. So hopefully help is coming, but you're going to need to upgrade at center, I think. I don't know. You know, I'm terrible at evaluating O-line play, but by the looks of it, Jake Andrews is the weakest link on the offensive line right now. And, I mean, credit to him for doing well with what he's done. You know, he's done well enough, but it's clear that hole has been missing since, I don't know, since Chris Myers was here 10 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We're looking for someone to anchor the middle of the line, and we're looking for guys who can get their checks done at the line and get off the ball and get off those double teams and get to the next level. And that was what was lacking. But again, you're going against Chris Jones and Nick Bolton in that spot right there.
Yeah, it's a tough.
Not a lot of people in the NFL can stop that duo. So, I don't know.
We did our best, I believe. One more thing. Why can't we get to the line on time? Why can't we get our plays off?
That I have no idea.
Is CJ taking forever to say what we're doing? Is Nick Caley taking forever to get to CJ what we're doing? Like,
I mean, if CJ's taking too long to call the play, then that's on the offensive coordinator. You need to make your play call shorter. I don't think that's what's happening. I don't know. It's just sloppiness. I don't know how to fix it.
Like, we used a timeout and we got a penalty.
Using a timeout coming out of a break. Like, you had 3 minutes to talk about what you're going to do. I know you don't want to be at the line showing them what formation you're going to run. You don't want to show them for sure what personnel you're going to run out there. But if that's what it takes, go line up and be ready to snap the ball as soon as they come back from TV break.
Yeah, it gives you give yourself the best chance, like if you're confident, if you've had 3 minutes to discuss that and you're confident that that's going to work, like go out there with confidence, don't hesitate, get there, snap the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess easier said than done. Like, I'm not on the field, but like it just seems like it should be easier than that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're a professional football team. We have a new offensive coordinator. It's supposed to be something that
I mean, he's not new anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It's something that should be like clockwork, and it just seems like we struggle a ton with that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Those are just my observations.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to be winning the game.
Yeah.
Again, it was really bad until Andy Reid. I think we all thought, even like the commentators thought, he was just gonna run out there and
They were shocked
and do like try and get them to jump off sides, just act like they're gonna go for it, call a timeout, kick the ball away. When they actually snapped the ball, I was in disbelief. And then whenever the ball hit the ground, I was like, oh my goodness, like the Texans might have just won this game. More so, the Chiefs might have just lost it,
Right.
But then it was a lot of fun after that.
Right.
Because then the Texans defense could really just go to work.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
And
yeah,
we all love seeing that.
So that's final score: Texans 20, Chiefs 10. Man, it's good to be a Texans fan right now.
We're sitting high right now. It is crazy. 8-5.
Yeah,
8-5.
Won
Wild.
5 in a row. We can whip it around the NFL real quickly.
Kind of touched on the Jags Colts a little bit.
Yeah, we can start there. Jacksonville, Jaguars 36, Colts 19.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, I knew the Colts were done. I didn't anticipate them being this done.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm devastated about Daniel Jones going down. It really sucks because he was in a contract year. I know the Colts really wanted to bring him back. As much as I kind of want that to happen, because I don't think that they'll ever be like contenders with Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
He's a guy who was going to make a lot of money this offseason. Maybe found a new place after a lot of bad press in New York. You just feel really bad for the guy whenever he comes up short.
Yeah.
Through no fault of his own. Like the playoff hunt that they're probably going to get booted out of regardless. Like that aside, it sucks that he doesn't get a chance to go out there and, at least try and get him back on track and prove that he's worth the contract.
Right.
He was already playing through injury with his broken fibula on his left side.
So, maybe that means they bring him back, regardless.
Maybe. I mean, they probably maybe still will. The good news for Daniel Jones that the Colts went all in on this season for some reason. And now they have no other option.
Yeah.
It's Daniel Jones or, I don't know. Anthony Richardson, Kirk Cousins.
Which I wouldn't take.
No, I would not touch that with a 10-foot pole.
I would take Daniel Jones over Kirk Cousins.
Tyrod Taylor's still out there. I don't know. Spencer Rattler may be available. Just any, like, you can probably take like one of the 6th best quarterback in this draft, like maybe somewhere in the 2nd round. I don't know.
Yeah. Any one of the Browns quarterbacks.
Yeah, you can trade for Dylan Gabriel. Don't feel bad for the Colts at all. Do feel bad for Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Because, again, the Colts were going to lose the rest of their games regardless.
Just really hoping that they would win this one. Just this one.
Yeah.
But whatever. We can work with it.
I mean, the Jaguars, they looked okay for most of the game. There were some moments where they looked incredible. Like, there were multiple throws that Trevor Lawrence made to the outside of the field.
Yeah.
Where it was just, like, on a rope directly where he wanted it to go. It was incredible, the plays that he was making. And yet, I mean, Daniel Jones opened the game by throwing the ball directly to Devin Lloyd.
Yeah.
In his face. And then the Colts went down and answered right away. And then the Jaguars went and scored pretty quickly as well. And then you kind of felt like, oh, okay, now the Colts are going to go back down and answer. And that's whenever Daniel Jones went out. And then after that, Jonathan Taylor for whatever reason, second down and like 5, decided he needed to reach out for a first down.
Yeah, that I feel like that was like you have another down to do that. You're Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Like, if anyone's gonna get it done, you're gonna get it done.
Yeah.
Why are we reaching and losing the ball?
Yeah. Fumbles the ball, and then Etienne goes in for a touchdown the very next play, and that was basically it. Even still, like the Jaguars, in my opinion, did not do enough to put the Colts away. Like they were not super convincing. Like, yes, I mean, I guess Riley Leonard. My thing is, if Daniel Jones can do it in an offense, Riley Leonard can look half as competent.
Yeah.
Like, he can do okay at least. Like, I don't think Daniel Jones to Riley Leonard is like this meteoric
Giant
drop.
gap. Yeah.
But he just didn't look good enough. I don't know. There were a lot of plays where, like, okay, if the Colts can lock in for 1 second, this game is probably about half as close. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they didn't get it done. So I don't need to give them credit for that, but it just didn't, like, you watch this and you look at this final score and you're like, wow, the Jaguars are for real, for real. Then it's like, okay, the Colts at the end of a tumultuous drop down the standings. Daniel Jones having the worst day of his life. The entire team was just wrecked. Like, they weren't getting off the mat for that.
Yeah, it was rough.
And the Jaguars barely took advantage, even though they won by quite a bit,
Right.
Like, they were very close to still being in this game out of half if the Colts can convert on 4th down and 1. Like, you can see right here where the little ticker went up above 50% for the Colts. And then it just kind of dropped from there. But
yeah, after Daniel Jones got hurt and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now the Jaguars sitting in first place in the AFC South, and it's to the point where, like, if they lose the AFC South, I think they should burn everything in Jacksonville down to the ground.
Yeah. That would be a tough one.
Because they're 1 game ahead of the Texans. They only have 1 game left, and it's against the Broncos. Mm-hmm. Because the Colts, they're not going to lose to the Colts. They're just not.
Yeah.
But if they do, or they lose to any of the other garbage teams on their schedule, I think you burn it all down.
Yeah. I mean, that's a slot where we have to get in. If they lose, we have to, I don't know, at least tie it up.
I mean, the Texans are going to have to be perfect the rest of the way to have a chance at the AFC South.
Right.
The good news is the Texans play the Cardinals and the Raiders next.
Right. Which will be nice. Mm-hmm. Then we can go play the Chargers at SoFi.
Yeah.
So.
And the Colts game just got a lot easier, too, so it's really just the Chargers game.
Yeah.
That we got to lock in for. And then, the Colts are always dangerous, but...
Of course. Very sneaky dangerous. Last game of the season, we have a lot of history with last game of the season with the Colts.
Yeah.
And playoff implications.
Yeah. So the Colts are finished. They're not going to win another game this year. They might not win another game in a couple years.
Oh boy.
They're just lucky they're going to be all the way down to 3rd after today in our division. They're going to have another 3rd place cupcake schedule. Maybe they'll win a couple games. But I don't know.
R.I.P.
Let's see. What other games of interest were here? Pittsburgh beat Baltimore
27-22. That's big implications.
Yeah. Somehow, I think everybody kind of just like pencils in Baltimore as AFC North champions.
Right.
Even at like 1-5, they're like, yeah, the Steelers suck. They're going to come back and win that division.
And somehow, some way.
They're running out of time.
They have to have a chance to prove themselves. I don't know. I don't know. At the end, they had 2 chances to like have a game winning drive, and usually Lamar leads those.
Yeah.
Pretty decently, and then Isaiah Likely doesn't hold the ball for 3 steps, and no touchdown, and then what? They have another drive, or was that I don't know what that was. I don't know if
I think that was basically it.
Yeah, I feel like there was another drive, but like. What really sealed it was like the sack on Lamar at the very, very end.
Yeah, I mean they had that drive, but like that's not a real drive. They had the ball there's like 40 seconds left.
I feel like they had something before that one too. I don't know, but it was just I don't know. It was a sad day for Baltimore.
Yeah, I didn't even realize this, but I think Lamar Jackson over his last like 4 games or something like that has thrown 1 touchdown and 4 interceptions. It's just not been good.
Yeah.
I think that was his first touchdown pass since week 10.
Crazy.
And then he had a second one, but just didn't get there. Didn't get the job finished. Yeah, I don't know, the Ravens just don't look good. They just don't look good. Neither do the Steelers, don't get me wrong. Like, the Steelers didn't blow me away in this game.
I don't have hope in them either. I
they
don't know.
just
Aaron
kind of
Rodgers had a lot of talk for someone who kind of fell into a win a little bit.
yeah. They were asking him after the game. They were like, How do you feel after like the week that you guys have had and the week that Mike Tomlin has had? How does this win make you feel? And he says, well, it makes me feel like you guys are gonna shut up for a week. And it's like, well, look, you guys look like dog shit too. And let's be honest, you had the loss in your hands. There was another play where Aaron Rodgers had the ball batted back to him and like barely put two hands on the ball. The Ravens started to rip it out immediately. And they ended up coming down with it. But they ruled that Aaron Rodgers was down by contact on the catch and that it wasn't an interception. Which is very, very, very like, and that was in their own end. So it was very fortunate that the Steelers held on to possession there.
Interesting.
And I don't know if it was as cut and dry as the replay review made it sound. So there were a lot of plays where like, hey, if this goes the other way, like in like a millimeter not just like, oh man, if they had like seen this wide open guy or whatever. No. If the refs had just said, oh yeah, let's call it this way rather than that way, this game ends probably like 34-20.
Right.
So I don't know if I would take this as like a, maybe you guys are wrong about Mike Tomlin. It's like, I'm pretty sure you'll probably still win at most 9 games. Maybe you win the division, maybe you don't, but you're going to lose that first playoff game.
Yeah.
For sure. And then what? And then is that good enough for anybody? No.
Whatever. Mike Tomlin is kind of a bummer to me. I mean, whatever. He's a good enough coach. Like, he's gonna always have a job in the NFL.
Well, I don't know.
Oh. You don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't hire him after this season.
I mean, yeah. Personally, I wouldn't want him on my team, but I don't know.
He's,
People are
he's
desperate.
not going to get a job right away, I don't think. I think there's a couple offensive, like young offensive masterminds, that would get a shot before Mike Tomlin does.
That's fair. He had his chance.
Yeah, I mean, it is a good run, but the other super consequential game from the early window was Bills 39, Bengals 34.
Fumbled the freaking bag.
Yeah, early on, before we knew what was going to happen with the Texans, we were really counting on some of these teams to lose to get us into the playoffs. Like with a loss by Buffalo today and a win by the Texans today, we would have also tied them for their playoff seeding. We would have gone ahead of them as well.
Yeah.
There was a scenario where after this weekend, if the Chargers had lost tomorrow and the Bills hadn't gotten this game handed to them by the Bengals, the Texans would have been all the way from the 8th seed to the 5 seed, just sitting there ready to go to Pittsburgh and get that free W.
Crazy.
And yet,
Yeah.
the Bengals leading 28-25, driving to go and put the game away with like, what was it, 5 minutes left or something like that?
Yeah.
Joe Burrow tries to throw a little screen pass to Jamar Chase. It gets picked off.
Yeah. But that was the story all day for them, was just getting their passes picked off. Like, blocked, picked off. Blocked, picked off. It was just maddening.
Yeah. Like, had the pick six for like 60 yards. Then the very next play, the ball gets tipped at the line of scrimmage again and picked off by a defensive lineman. And it's just like, okay, cool. Cool. Thanks for the help, Bengals. I don't want to hear anything about the Bengals to the playoffs ever again because, like, they always do this.
Yeah.
They always win one game when they're like
talk.
3-9 or some bullshit like that. And they're like, don't let the Bengals make the playoffs. Okay, you have to win games to do that, Like, nobody's like saying like, maybe we shouldn't let the Bengals make the playoffs.
Yeah, it's like they fully chose not to go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
By not winning these games.
Mm-hmm.
And that's crazy work.
Yeah. The Bills still look a mess.
Yeah, I don't know. Both these defenses look terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I guess, like, whatever. You could argue that the Bills' defense looked good today because they got all those picks and whatnot.
I mean, those are so fluky, though. If you're counting on those turnovers.
Not every quarterback throws those.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. If your score is 34-39, I'm going to say your defenses are not good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bad, bad game for the Bengals especially, but for the Bills as well. But, I mean, they won when they needed to, and now they're still technically alive for the AFC East. They're probably like a 94% shot to make the playoffs. I mean, I think the AFC playoff picture is probably pretty set, depending on what the Chargers do. Like, I think the Bills, the Texans, the Jaguars, all of them are it just depends on whether the Steelers and Ravens win the AFC North or whether, like, if the Chargers win on Monday, yeah, that's it. The Chiefs are done. But if they lose on Monday, the Chiefs still have a chance. Because I think they said, like, if the Chargers win on Monday, it'll go down to 6% or something like that for the Chiefs.
Donzo.
So, yeah. Next game. We won't talk about all these. Do you want to talk about the Miami and New York game?
I just think it's funny how...
The Chiefs and the Dolphins have the same record?
Yeah. That to me is just so silly. But I mean, I don't know. Leave it to the Dolphins to put up a good fight. I mean, I was looking... I don't even know. I was going somewhere at like noon or like 12:30, and I got to my destination, and the Dolphins were already up 21-0 in the first quarter. I was like, golly, what are they doing over there?
Yeah, not playing football in New York, I'll promise you that. The only time they scored was on a punt return touchdown, so...
Lord.
I think Brady Cook got into this game at quarterback for the Jets because Tyrod Taylor got hurt. Yeah, he was 14 of 30, 2 interceptions. Not a great debut for him.
No.
Yeah.
He doesn't really look like he would be an inspiring quarterback.
But hey, Jets made up some ground in the race for the top pick, kind of.
Tankathon.
Yeah. Yeah, Miami still as much alive as the Chiefs are, if not more, I think. So
I think maybe a little more.
So that's a weird thing to say, but I don't really think it matters.
Nah, I don't think it'll be seriously anything, and if it is, I'll eat my words.
Yeah. New Orleans, Saints 24, Buccaneers 20.
That is crazy. Panthers might come and win the NFC.
You heard it here first. Panthers might come.
Yeah. As soon as I said it, I knew you were going to say something about it.
As soon as you said exactly what you said.
Yeah. I was like, I should have spelled it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, rude. No, the Panthers, they might win the NFC South.
Yeah. I can't believe the Texans lost to this Buccaneers team. They're just not good.
Dude, it's so infuriating. I can't believe that we lost half the games that we did. We had the ability to win all but like one of those games that we lost.
Yeah, outside of the Seahawks game, we should have won all
That
these games.
that Seahawks game we deserve to lose. That one was awful. Also, the rival jerseys for the Jets, just not that good.
I don't think any of the rivalry jerseys have been that good, and I also think you need to find a better word to, because nobody can say that. Nobody can say that
Rivalry.
word. I get that's what they are,
I suppose.
but I think we need a new word for that.
Yeah, I liked the Patriots.
The Patriots were okay.
The what is it, like the muted blue?
Yeah.
Those were sick,
We call
especially
that
when it's
gray.
cold. No. It's a muted tone blue. And it looked pretty sick, especially when it's cold. That's a cold weather jersey right there.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. The Dolphins killed the Jets.
Well, we're talking about New Orleans now.
Oh, sorry. I'm still watching highlights. That's why I mentioned the jerseys again.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is huge for their division.
Yeah, this is one of those things where you think that the Panthers are going to fall a game back, and now they're still tied. And the Panthers are going to get to play the Saints next week.
Did they have a bye? No,
Yeah.
They played on... Wait.
They had a bye. They played on Monday night.
I was going to say. Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, the Panthers are going to mess around and lose to the Saints, too, so I'm not too worried about that. But if they don't, that's a huge choke job by the Bucs.
But as goes the season.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just think that, like, the Buccaneers are lucky. Like, lucky that they pulled the games out that they did early in the season, you know?
Right.
Because there was moments in time where, in all of those, like, first 4 or 5 games, including the game to the Jets, where they probably should have lost, you know? I don't know where Oso put that other magnet. I really hope nobody ate it.
It's in the little hole right there.
Oh, yes. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, the Buccaneers, they're just not good. I don't know. Baker's probably hurt, I guess.
I guess you could say that.
I don't know.
He's out there playing.
Yeah, there was a wide open touchdown pass to Emeka Ibuka that Emeka dropped right off his hands. It was a really crappy. There was weather all over the place this weekend. It was a really crappy weather day in Tampa Bay, but you still just got to have that.
Yeah.
And he didn't. So now the Buccaneers, I mean, they still are in control of their own destiny. They just need to beat the Panthers twice.
Right.
They probably.
That's crazy. They haven't played them once.
Yeah. It's wild.
That is wild.
They probably certainly will be the 4th seed.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever wins that division, that's the only way in for either of them. But
Right.
I don't know.
And that's all. The Tennessee Browns game.
Mm-hmm. Titans 31, Browns 29. Shador Sanders had himself a day.
He did have himself a day, despite the loss,
Mm-hmm.
which was not his fault, I would go out to say.
Some of the moments he had in the second quarter, he had a stellar first half, right? I think he threw 2 touchdown passes in the first half. The first one to Harold Fannin Jr. was a dot on, I think, 4th down or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Dropped it right in the bucket to him on the outside of the end zone. And then threw an absolute laser to Jerry Jeudy over the middle.
Yeah.
Then things kind of slowed down in the second half. He did that thing where he dances around for hours and hours and hours and then ended up throwing a really bad interception to start the second. I think this is it right here. Maybe no, this is a Jerry Jeudy throw.
Dot.
But yeah,
That's crazy.
he ended up finishing the game with 23 of 42 passing, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 364 passing yards, and then a rushing touchdown as well on 29 yards on the ground.
Yeah.
It was just an all-around great game from him. Really pushed the Titans to the limit. Again, It's the Titans, and you probably shouldn't lose to the Titans at all.
Right.
Or even get close to it, honestly.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, at least at least you have some film coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, 364 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, as a rookie coming into this league, the way that he has, it's pretty incredible.
I mean, no
one's gonna be perfect.
This is a great game. And I mean, when you look across the other way, like Cam Ward, 14 of 28, 117 passing yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception.
Yeah. I mean, if Kevin Stefanski hadn't made that stupid 2-point conversion.
Oh, he needs
play
to be
call,
fired immediately.
Yeah, then they would have gone into overtime and possibly won.
Yeah, I mean, the Browns score with like how much time was left? Like a minute 40 left?
Yeah.
Something like that. And they're down 2 after the touchdown. They go to Quinshon Judkins Wildcat, which Kevin Stefanski loves to do on the goal line for no reason at all.
Yeah.
And they do some stupid like half reverse where they ended up like faking the pitch, I think, but the receiver seemed like he really was expecting the pitch back.
Right. It just looked like no one knew what was going to happen on the offensive side.
And they just ended up just throwing a pass back across the field like 20, 30 yards. And it's like, what are we doing?
Almost got intercepted.
Had never had a chance of scoring.
Like, what are we doing? Like, you had a real chance to win this game, and you took, like, what? Mm-hmm. What are we doing? Like, you took out Shador to put in Quinshon Judkins at quarterback?
Yeah.
Like,
I'll never understand it. I don't know. Like, I get it if you think, okay, our best chance is to run straight ahead in Wildcat, and that's our game plan, you know? But to do some random bullshit where you're having anybody but your quarterback throw the ball on the last play of the game?
Yeah.
Why? Explain that to me.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. He needs to be fired because like the coaching is just atrocious.
Yeah. The Browns.
The Browns
are
aren't
not a terrible team.
They're not bad, right? And they should have won a lot more games than they have.
Yeah.
They probably don't need to be winning games at this point, but like if you have to win games at some point.
Yeah.
You as a coach can't just lose on purpose.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like we're already losing, so let me just try this stupid play and lose us the game.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure fans are probably happy with you losing this game. Mm-hmm. But you as the coach who are, like, the fans aren't going to get fired, you are.
Right.
They'll still be here, ready to reap the rewards of this pick that you're earning.
Mm-hmm.
You probably won't be. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ugh, I don't know. I just also don't know who lets the Titans go out looking like that every week. Mm-hmm. The numbers are just in the most atrocious font.
Yeah, Myles Garrett got another sack. I think he's up to 20 on the year. So he just needs 3 more in the next 4 games to break the record.
He's got it. I feel like he's got it.
Yeah, hopefully so.
Dang, Washington scored 0 points.
Yeah. Vikings 31, Commanders 0. Jaden Daniels went out with an injury again, threw an interception, got pushed down right away, landed on his elbow, and that was it.
Yeah. Zach Ertz.
Have you seen the video
Oh, no, do I want to?
No, you don't. But I'm going
Crap.
to show it to you anyway.
Oh my gosh.
It is one of the, again, another moment where you're like, oh my gosh, like I just feel awful for him because it's just not good.
Oh my gosh. Is it like his knees bending like the other way?
Oh, his knee doesn't look like, it doesn't look humanly possible.
Oh no.
Okay, so that's not it.
Okay.
That was from 51 weeks ago. You got
Oh,
lucky there.
super. Okay. I'm wincing.
Here we go.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh,
His whole knee goes backwards.
golly.
Someone commented AI.
That's crazy. Like, ugh. Gosh. Like ragdoll leg.
Yeah, it's so bad.
That is terrible.
And for a guy who's like 35, 36, that's just...
Like, that is, I don't know. Apparently he's in the hospital. Looking,
That was 159 weeks ago.
well, this poor guy
Yeah.
never stops going through it.
Yeah. So that's just
This is
a really
last
rough...
season, right?
Huh?
This is last season, right?
This is fake.
Oh. Someone said it was our last season.
I think people are assuming that it might be.
That is, oh my gosh, that is just horrific.
Yeah. Yeah, so I feel for the guy. I feel really bad for all Commanders fans, honestly, because this has just been a nightmare season.
Huge nightmare, especially when you had big expectations going in.
Yeah.
Like, big enough. And you
Mhm.
probably didn't think you were going to do, like, as well, because you still had some holes you had to fill, but you were like, hopefully some magic happens and we can, like, make something happen. Compete for the NFC East.
Yeah.
So,
As for the Vikings, good for you, I suppose.
I suppose. Was 9 playing? I didn't even care.
He was
I didn't even
playing.
see.
He did have a decent game. He was 16 of 23 for 163 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, he had a good game today.
All right, good for
So
him.
maybe he's not bad.
Yeah.
I think he's probably still bad, but maybe he's not bad. You know,
Yeah.
I don't even know how they scored so many points. I guess that's only 4 touchdowns when you think about it.
Yeah.
It feels like a lot, but it is only 4 touchdowns. Yeah, but I mean the Commanders' offense, even with Jaden Daniels out there, just didn't look very good.
Mm.
And I don't know why that is, but
Just brutal. Just brutal.
yeah. The last game of the early window was Seahawks 37, Falcons 9.
Need we talk about it?
No, I mean the only interesting part of this game is that it was 6-6 at half,
What?
and then Rashid Shaheed returned the opening kickoff of the second half for a touchdown, and that was basically the game.
Dang. Yeah, that's a little bit of a shutout.
I mean the Seahawks still not convincing me.
It's more so Sam Darnold that's not convincing me.
Yeah, because they got off to a very, very, very slow start.
Very.
And he did end up throwing I don't know if it was a bad interception, but he did throw one in the first half that I thought they were going to capitalize off of. And the Falcons obviously didn't. But yeah, congrats to the Seahawks. They're 10-3 now. And the Falcons are
Super.
just sad.
Yeah, and we knew that. So, good
Yeah.
job, guys. Speaking of blowouts, the Rams and the Cardinals.
Yeah, Rams 45, Cardinals 17.
This was just, it was just over before it began.
Yeah.
It just kept getting worse and worse and worse.
Yep. I mean, the Matthew Stafford back on the MVP trail, thank God. He needs to win it over
Please.
Drake May.
He deserves it more than Drake May.
3 touchdowns today, no interceptions, 281 passing yards. Jacoby Brissett just slinging it, 44 attempts again.
I mean, they're just like, yeah, Jacoby, go out there. I don't know. I don't care.
He was also the leading rusher with 22 yards on the ground. Blake Corum had 128 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns
Dang.
for the Rams. And Michael Wilson, sneaky best receiver on the Cardinals somehow, 11 catches, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
It's crazy. I don't know why he just decided I'm going to be goated now, but
I mean, shoot. A little bit too late.
yeah. We don't talk about that game anymore. Next game, Broncos 24, Raiders 17.
The Broncos keep getting away with it.
Yeah. I mean, the difference in this game is some bullshit punt return touchdown where they had Marvin Mims Jr. dead to rights, and he just snuck out and ended up scoring a touchdown. And that's basically, I mean, well, I don't want to say the difference because the Raiders did kick the saddest field goal of all time with no time left, down 10. They just decided, let's line up and make this a 7-point game real quick.
Yeah, like, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and credit to the announcers. They did try and sell it like, oh, well, maybe they're hoping that there will be 1 second on the clock and they can try for something, an onside kick or something. And it's like, no, bro. Even if you get the onside kickoff, you're not going to get another play.
There's no way. Yeah.
Just
Nice
crazy.
try. Nice try.
Kenny Pickett also got in the fourth quarter here.
Oh, Kenny Pickett sighting.
Threw a touchdown pass.
Good for him.
Just Shedrick Jackson. That is just a list of names that nobody should utter in the world. Because, like, credit to Shedrick Jackson for getting yourself on the board, but I couldn't tell you who that is.
Yeah.
Ashton Genty, 10 carries for 30 yards.
Super.
I mean, Bo Nix looked efficient in this game. I don't know.
You just can't convince me. I don't know. It's not. I don't believe you.
Yeah.
My bomometer is still bonostic. No. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it botheist? Is that
Botheist is the lowest one, yeah.
Okay, I'm botheist.
All right. No, we don't even talk about this game anymore either. But the biggest game of the afternoon window was Packers 28, Bears 21.
This one was a doozy.
Yeah.
Really thought that the Bears had it for a second. And they just kind of fell apart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they tied the Packers with 8 minutes left, 21-21. They had Josh Jacobs dead. That's really what this game comes down to, is they had Josh Jacobs dead to rights, 4 Bears defenders all around him on 3rd down and 1, about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He squirts through, gets a first down, and they go on to score a touchdown. And that was it. That was the end of it. They had the ball moving into Packers territory. The Bears did at the end. But then Caleb Williams just couldn't get it done through a bad interception. And that was it.
Yeah. And like that huge throw that Jordan Love had to, I don't even know, probably Josh Jacobs. No, maybe not. But to someone all the way downfield in the end zone, it's like, oh my gosh. Like, let's be more, I mean, I don't know. I guess at that point you can't stop them, but I feel like you'd try to get in the way a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. They just didn't, like the Bears, like they held their own in this game for a lot longer than I thought they would. They actually, got closer than I thought they would at the end, but.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm Caleb Williams, I just try to get that first down instead of trying to throw for that touchdown, especially if I'm throwing under.
Yeah, he should have just run.
Just run. You have 1 yard, like you're there. You're there. Or you can throw it to DeAndre Swift. A short little like toss throw, and you have it, and then you get to try again. I know you have 22 seconds left, but like you can run out of bounds. You're both running out of bounds, and then you get another chance, regroup, come up with a more efficient way to make this happen. But like you just shut yourself down there.
Yeah.
Like whatever, you can have your one interception per game or whatever, but this was not the time to have it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was tough. The Bears, they entered today the first seed in the NFC, the number 1 seed. They had the bye. What seed do you think they are now?
Shoot.
They fell from 9-3 to 9-4.
I mean, what does the ties factor in with the Packers? I mean, well, they have one less loss, I guess. Does a tie count as just a
nothing.
number?
Yeah.
Oh. Gosh, where did they fall? They're still in the playoffs, right?
Barely. They're the 7th seed.
The 7? They went from 1 to 7?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They are now only 1 game ahead of the Lions, who I'm pretty sure they play next week.
Shoot.
And oh boy, like you thought that the Bears. I don't know how this happens, but like you think that the Bears. No, they don't play the Lions till the last game of the season, but they play the Browns next week, so they probably get a couple more games under their belt. But they have to play the Packers again in 2 weeks. And if the Lions keep winning and they lose again,
it's over.
they're not gonna make the
They're
playoffs.
not going to the playoffs, which is just crazy for a team that's 9-4.
Yeah, it's wild because every team in the NFC is 9-4 basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
The NFC's kind of crazy this year.
Yeah, I don't know if any of the teams are like spectacularly better than the AFC. That seems to be like the general perception, is that the NFC teams are better than the AFC. I don't know that that's the case, but I don't know. I mean, because you can look at like the strength of victory for a lot of these teams. In the NFC, they're all like 340, something like that. Like the top two teams, like the Rams and the Eagles, have a pretty high strength of victory. Like they're over 500. And then in the AFC, it's kind of it's worse in the AFC actually.
Yeah.
The team that's best actually is the Texans at 490.
Gosh.
They're the only team that's beat a bunch of playoff teams. I mean, the Broncos' strength of victory is 327. Their strength of schedule is 374.
Crazy.
It's ridiculous. The Patriots' strength of schedule is 349. It's
That is
crazy.
absurd.
Look at the Texans, 580.
Yeah, and then
That's
we're
it.
the highest.
Yeah, it's them
Then
and the Steelers who
Steelers
are.
and Jags.
Yeah, and the Jaguars is only this. Like these two are inflated because they're playing us and the Colts, but still, like the rest of these teams are playing nobody.
Crazy. I guess the Bengals are close, but we have. Actually, no, the Titans.
The Titans have the hardest schedule in the.
Yikes.
But again, that's because they play the Jaguars, Colts, and Texans twice.
The AFC South, I think we all have, except for the Colts. I think our strength of schedule is really
Well, yeah, that's why the Colts were winning so many games because they played a bunch of booty cheek teams.
ridiculous behavior. Yeah, the rest of us, the Jags, Titans, and us have above 500.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy work.
Yeah, and then the last game this week is Chargers at Eagles.
Ooh, that's gonna be a crazy one. You think they can do it? You think the Chargers can beat the Eagles?
No.
You think the Eagles lock back in for this one?
I hope so. I mean, I think the Chargers are getting a Murray and Hampton back. I think Justin Herbert's going to try and play.
Post-surgery? Post-op?
Yeah. But I think this is a game that if the Chargers lose, they're going to be in real trouble. Because their next game is against the Chiefs, Cowboys, Texans, Broncos. They need this one.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What do you think about that game?
I feel like it'll be... I mean, I always say this. I feel like it'll be a close one. But... Where are they playing?
I think they're playing in Philadelphia.
Mm.
Right? Let me see. No, I think they're playing in LA. Yeah, in LA.
I mean... I feel like the... Man, my season's on the line here.
Yeah, we didn't do any of our picks for the middle part of the day, so
crap.
So it's just
It doesn't even freaking matter.
well, it's whoever wins this one.
So whoever I pick is gonna pick the other one.
I already picked the Eagles, so
Guess I'll pick the Chargers.
it all comes down to this.
Shoot.
Unless you want the Eagles, I'll take the Chargers. But
Oh no, it's okay. It's fine.
oh man,
I really don't know. The Eagles in a really bad spot if they don't. Not a really bad spot, but not a comfy spot.
yeah, I mean they're probably basically on track to get the 3 or 4 seed no matter what. Like I think the NFC South is bad enough to where they're gonna be sticking in the 3 or 4 no matter what. The only difference this game would make is that the Cowboys would still be in the race. If the Eagles win this game, same thing. So this game is like an elimination game for 2 other teams.
Mm-hmm.
If the Chargers win, the Chiefs are eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
If the Eagles win, the Cowboys are done.
Mm. Dang. That is a crazy decision to make. This is a big game.
Mm-hmm. It is a big game. And if the Chargers lose, the Texans will go to the 6th seed, I'm pretty sure. And that will set us up if the season ended today or if the season ended tomorrow, we'd be going to Jacksonville round 1.
Wild.
Yeah. Which
Can you do
honestly,
that?
yeah. I mean, I would put us against any team, anywhere. We just went into Arrowhead and won a game. I'll
Yeah.
play anybody anywhere.
We're on a high right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think Justin Herbert is still questionable.
He says he's going to try and play.
Okay, well that answers my question, Justin. Thank you. Why are we? I'm gonna try. I need you to either do it or don't. Is
Okay, Yoda.
that what he says?
He says do or do not. There is no try.
Oh.
Which
Yeah.
is dumb because there is, but you know.
Let's see. Let me look up the IR. Justin Herbert. Questionable. I didn't ask about Lad McConkey. I asked about Trey Lance. They're still not ready to roll him out. Gosh dang it. Can make my decision later. If Justin Herbert's not playing, I'm picking the Eagles. But
No, you can't do that. You have to pick right now.
they didn't look good last week. Eagles.
Yeah, they didn't. But, I mean, look, neither did the Chargers.
Yeah.
And they're playing the freaking Raiders.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay, picking Eagles, actually.
Okay.
Sorry, took forever.
Okay, so both of us picking the Eagles, so this week is a wash no matter what. You have to pick a score prediction then. Do you want me to pick first or you want you to pick first?
You pick first.
Okay, I'll do 40. No, I'll do 42.
42? I'll do...
Or should we do like the over-under and pick over-under?
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's see.
What's the over-under for the game?
So the line is 2.5. The over-under is set at 41.5. So I guess I want.
That was a pretty good. That was a pretty good guess.
So I guess I want the over then, because technically I did pick the over.
Then I'll do the under.
Okay. Boom.
Boom.
Dang, I should work for Sportsbook. I was right on that.
I know you were. How much money do they make? Probably a lot.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, now that we know that I'm the greatest football analyst of all time, I think we're going to go ahead and sign off because I am very tired and I have to go to work tomorrow.
Shoot.
So. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for supporting Texans football. We are right there in it with you guys. We're getting very close to a playoff berth for the third straight year.
Whew, and it was looking rough.
Yeah.
We're going to be the second team beating only ourselves to come back 0-3 from the start of the season to make the playoffs.
Yeah. Still some work to do,
Hopefully.
But that's what it's looking like right now.
Hopefully we trend in this direction. But it's exciting times.
Yeah. This win tonight went a long way to making that a reality. So shout out to the Texans. Good work to all the guys out there, the entire coaching staff. They came ready.
They did.
And we took care of business in KC, which has been notoriously difficult for us. So
Did it. We broke the curse.
yeah. So that's going to do it for us this week from Aaron and Elle on Kirby Drive. I've been Aaron.
I've been Ellie.
And thank you so much for listening.